The ladies of The View want everyone to know that there is actually no such thing as ugly time, just normal time. On Wednesday, the panelists discussed a recent Betches article about how women in relationships navigate their need to have ugly time, which is described in the piece as the time you need to sit in your filth for the sake of your mental health, while still wanting to look flawless in front of your partner. I would think the thing you want to make sure that they can handle is when the bra pops off, Whoopi Goldberg said. When her co-hosts told her that men like that part, she added, they like it until they hit the floor, and then they're like, what? And then the butt goes boom. So what do you think of that? I think ugly time is normal time, Sara Haines replied, explaining that her grandma was one of the beautiful, fancy, well-kept women who was always concerned about making sure her breath smelled good when she woke up in the morning. To me, the glow-up is the unique part. You get pretty, but then the rest of the time, the majority of the time, is spent being just yourself. Sunny Hostin said her husband, Emmanuel Hostin, wasn't even aware of the subtle changes she makes to appear perfect. My grandmother told me that, whenever I went to bed, I should have a little bit of lip balm and definitely some concealer and make sure my mouth smells okay, and that whole thing, she said. I gotta tell you, I followed that for about 20 years. I stopped doing it 5 years ago and Manny did not notice. Alyssa Farah Griffin had a similar experience, saying she also doesn't think her husband sees the difference between when she has makeup on or doesn't. I've told you guys before, when I leave the show, I immediately wash off my makeup because I don't want to set false expectations with him, she said. This is not what I actually look like. Haines revealed she recently used her stage makeup to her advantage with her husband, Max Schifrin. My husband said, why can't you wear your makeup home? So I did on Halloween, she joked, referring to the heavy prosthetics she wore when she dressed as Carl Fredricksen from Pixar's Up on the show. Still, Joy Behar maintained that there's a difference between not wearing makeup and other possible turnoffs, saying that picking your teeth, clipping your toenails, things like that really kill the intimacy with your partner. But, she added, if they're turned on, even if your boobies are on the floor, they still want to do it. They're usually not looking at our faces anyways, Haines replied. To which Hostin added, that's what I figured out 5 years ago. The camera then cut over to Goldberg, who mouthed that the ladies would be heading into a commercial break as her co-hosts continued their discussion.